Canon Films, the home of high-powered, high-voltage motion picture entertainment. With the screen's biggest spectacles, brightest stars, and boldest lineup of explosive entertainment. We're taking motion picture excitement over the edge and your box office over the top. We're Canon Films, and we're dynamite.
Hey yo, listen up, listen up, listen up. Gather round, we're about to throw a sunglasses kids party, alright? SK, I need you to pop that cassette tape in the boombox, let's go! First things first, 80s baby. Had to make a track about 80s ladies. Spandex, silk shirts, big perms, short skirts. First girl, hot BB, stop it. Full house, Lori Loughlin. Then Elizabeth Shue, Karate Kid 1, not Karate Kid 2. Y'all already know who used to drive me crazy. Hair go big like top-down Mercedes. Yo, I missed one, hold up, wait. Ain't nobody finer than Phoebe Cates. Kathy, Cindy, Brinkley too. I stay stuck like super glue. I love MC Light and Lisa Bonet, Michelle Pfeiffer, and many to name. Yo! How the time flies by. The big first night. I think we just rewind for just a little while. But how things used to be. Picture you and me. They make me crazy. Ooh yeah, my name is baby. If you had wings, you could do many things. You could widen your world if you had wings. If you had wings, had wings, had wings. If you had wings, had wings, had wings, had wings, had wings. If you had wings, had wings, had wings. If you had wings, had wings, had wings, had wings, had wings.
Really excited for this one because the cover is like an explosion and a woman running away from it, and there's like a hot air balloon, which I don't believe appears in the film.
No, there is a part in the movie where the guy sees some hot air balloons, but they're not related to the plot or anything.
Well, I hope you really love watching things flying through the air, because the film seems to be composed of 75% of that.
Delta welcomes you back from your dream flight, the fantasy flight of your life. Once you've taken a dream flight, the Earth's an inspiring sight.
So this is definitely one of those movies where I hoped that we were going to get past this when we hit the 80s, right? Because it's a movie where, I mean, it starts with one of those crappy songs like all the Canon films I'm watching have, where it's
Take to the sky.
like it's a song that they told someone who's like a local crappy pub band who plays crappy soft rock to just record music for their movie, right? Some upstate, again, this is a very upstate New Yorky kind of movie where it's just like somebody local to New York made it or whatever, and there's a crappy local band does a song, and then there's all these like interactive montages, just scenes of stuff flying through the air, just to fill the time out to make
the hour
and a half.
The movie is an hour and 40 minutes. Like, they could have just chopped 15 minutes out of that.
Yeah, because there's so many sequences of Skycopters flying, because if you're not familiar with what a Skycopter necessarily is, it's not as good as a helicopter. It's the crappy little flying machine from, no, it's specifically Mad Max 3.
Oh.
Is it also in Mad Max 2?
It's Mad Max 2. That's where the pilot appears in it. The same actor is also in part 3.
He's also
playing a different character.
But he's also a pilot in 3.
He is, but it's a plane, not one of those little gyrocopters, is what they call it in Mad Max 2.
It's a gyrocopter. It's basically, I mean, I guess a Skycopter is also a gyrocopter. It's basically a one-man
Why do you
helicopter.
think that those aren't around anymore? Like, you don't really see them, right? And I actually looked online to see if they're still made and stuff like that. I found a website specifically for the one that appears in this movie called The Breezy, and the guy at one point says, if you want the blueprints from it, I can sell them to you. Would you ride around in a helicopter that you built for yourself?
Well, I mean...
What are you gonna do, rescue me and take me up high, high up in the sky?
Would you ride in one of these that appear in the film?
Yesterday, we went to Canada's Wonderland.
Yes, we did.
And we had a great time. It's probably we're a bit low energy today because we were absolutely fucking shagged out from being at Canada's Wonderland in the sun all day. But one of the first things we did as part of the main park was go on this thing. What was it called? Like Skyhawks, right? And you go in this little plane thing, and then it lifts you up very high in the sky. You're completely carefully attached to the thing, right? And you can move the wings and you can spin and stuff, but there's not a lot of movement. But when I got in, I was like, oh, this looks like a total baby thing, right? For babies. When you get up there and you're in the sky, you're like, oh, I'm really high, and I'm just in a little seat thing, right? And there's a point in this movie where the guy talks about being in the Skycopter, and he's like, oh, you gotta put your seatbelt on. And the guy's like, oh, sometimes I go up without putting my seatbelt on. First of all, that's insane.
Why would you even say that?
Why would you even say that?
I'm a cool dude.
Yeah, wear your seatbelt. Only cool dudes don't wear their seatbelts. Not true. You will die. And I was thinking, like, if I had just gone on a thing on the sky, I'd maybe have thought to myself, it's not that scary. But I think being up there, just in this little rickety thing, you'd be like...
That you probably built yourself.
Yeah, you'd be thinking, if you're like a few hundred feet in the air, that's actually pretty scary to be flying in a little thing. Because I mean,
if it breaks, you're dead. There's no way to protect yourself or anything like that.
Just gotta aim for the trees, man.
All right, we're gonna get to this movie.
Yeah, we are. So, you know, it's a movie with Skycopters in it. It kind of posits a beautiful world where you Utopia, where you can like just land a Skycopter and then go into a bar, I guess. Because our heroes
and like
do
someone
that.
comes out and goes, "Whoa, nice copters there," and they're like, "Yeah, they're mine. I built them myself."
Ta-da! How do you like my baby?
Yeah, ta-da. Will it fly?
Well, that's what we're gonna find out.
So I guess this guy didn't overreact.
But, I mean, to very quickly synopsize the whole concept of this movie, here's what's happening. Blackula wants to get money from real estate in a particular upstate New York town or something.
Blackula being William Marshall, who played the titular character in Blackula and Scream, Blackula, Scream.
Well, Blackula, played by Blackula.
Okay. Jeez, you can't... you have a little difficulty distinguishing reality from fiction, but alright.
Yeah, sure. Blackula, he wants to the real estate in a town or something, so he hires a biker gang to destroy that town.
Now that my geologists have confirmed that there is oil, I'm more anxious than ever to buy. But I've got to find a way to make them sell.
Now, this plot comes in only 50 minutes into the movie?
Yes, it pretty much.
Scare the hell out of the people, terrorize the town so they'll sell out and leave. It would mean buying off the sheriff so we could have complete reign.
Isn't using the left or analytical portion of the brain.
And Blackula never leaves his office.
There's something about the capitalistic system that absolutely thrills me. Oh, God, how I love to take advantage of the underdog.
So they obviously had him for one day.
Yeah, they had him for not even one day. Like, an hour, maybe?
Yeah.
There's going to be a bit of excitement hitting your town.
There is?
And they just ran all the scenes?
Yeah, really fast.
Torn apart?
Torn apart. That is to say...
For some reason, a Skycopter builder plus a DJ...
named Jimmy something DJ?
Jimmy J.
So let's hear it now for Captain Jimmy Jack.
I think...
Whose whole gimmick is that he wears a spacesuit while on the radio?
Yeah, Jimmy Jet here. Welcome aboard Flight 1280. I'm definitely getting a gun, and I'd advise you to do the same.
Yes, it's very confusing. The movie opens because it's like, this biker gang also hate DJ Jimmy Jet for some reason.
He slept with one of their girlfriends.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
Oh, I missed that.
It's not the pervert, it's the weirdo.
Hey, Jimmy Jet.
You know that chick you slept with last Saturday night? Well, that was my old lady, man.
Oh, and you're calling to tell me I got a social disease.
All right, wise ass. I'm gonna do you in.
Oh, I'm quaking, man. I'm really quaking.
I thought they just
your finger must have been on the fast forward button too
I
hard.
was kind of thinking that they hated him because he played like their non-biker music.
Is that how it works? That,
Well, because
the bikers destroy his van based on that.
Because I kind of assumed that DJ Jimmy Jet seemed like one of those guys, like, who played, like, middle of the road kind of pop hits. You know what I mean? Like, he was like... And then, because it's very strange, because DJ Jimmy Jet, his gimmick is he wears a spacesuit, like, we're talking, like, not just like a speed suit or anything, we're talking like a full, like, spacesuit with a big space helmet, just in the recording studio.
And he hates being a DJ.
Yeah, because they make him wear a fucking spacesuit the whole time.
I don't think they make him wear it.
Well, why is he wearing it then?
And, like, it's really funny because at one point he goes, you know, I'm giving up this game because I want to become a Skycopter businessman. And his manager argues with him and gives him a raise and says he can come back in 3 weeks, which is never brought up again.
Never brought up again. It's never important. It's only important because the Skycopter builder guy gets really huffy about it. He's like, yeah, I just took a holiday instead. And he's like, man, once you start flying these things, you'll never want to go back.
You planned something, didn't you?
You're being photographed for a magazine layout in a half hour. Without your spacesuit, you're nothing.
Hello, Suicide Anonymous? Come and get me. I hate being a disc jockey. I hate it. I am bored. The captain is very bored. I don't see any future in this. And the money stinks.
I just gave you a raise.
Come on, $10. I use that to park my van.
You know, maybe you need a little vacation.
Well, I'm done, man. I don't want to see this place again. Bye. Forever.
Hello out there, this is Electric Weenie speaking. Yeah, I want you all to get your muster together and listen to the tunes I'm gonna spin for you.
Whoa, big fella!
And, you know, if he did get in the Skycopter business, he probably lost all his money, right? Seeing how many Skycopters are flying through the air right now.
Well, I was thinking, like, what? Yeah, as I said earlier, why aren't we constantly just, like, flying Skycopters around? Is it because
they're death machines?
Yeah, they're death machines. I mean, like, there's first of all, there's a flying blade above you.
Yes.
You know, that you're not protected from. Second of all, like when you land at the bar, I was thinking how many people whose, like, heads you could just accidentally chop off and stuff. Because
it must be pretty low, right, when you land? Because it's not like a helicopter. We always see people duck when they get out of helicopters. But those blades are actually pretty high.
Yeah, they're really high. But you're still kind of like, I don't want to fucking take my head off, right? Which is like the original intended ending of
Dawn of the Dead. Yeah, where the hero throws himself in the helicopter blades, which Tom Savini says he shot, special effects guy, but George Romero has no memory of ever doing.
Yeah. That would have been an awesome ending, though.
Well, you already see a guy get his head cut off in Dawn of the Dead. Remember that zombie that gets up on the box?
I know, people getting hit by helicopter blades and just spinning blades in that way is just kind of cool.
You like that? With like, oh!
Yeah.
It's splatters everywhere.
Everybody loves that.
Yeah, everybody does love that.
So, I mean, we could be saying that all the time if we all flew Skycopters, I guess.
Yes. But nope, that's not happening. Skycopters have not taken off.
No.
Even though this world of the movie posits a place where everyone seems to be riding Skycopters all over the place. And it's super easy too. Like, he's like, just fly my Skycopter. The guy just gets in and he's like, woo!
Yeah, but also at the same time, townsfolk are confused, so surprised and confused by flying machines, they crash their cars.
Yes.
There's a sequence where the policeman, he's like racing after a Skycopter because he's like, what is this flying whirlybird? And then another man crashes a car and then he hits another car and that car just explodes. There's two good explosions in this movie. That first one, and then a police car explodes really awesome.
Hey, his van explodes pretty good too.
Yeah, his van does explode pretty good too. But the bikers did it. We don't like explosions like heroes did.
Do bikers like put dynamite under cars a lot? Like, I was assuming that they were just going to blow up the DJ for sleeping with one of their girlfriends, but they have a complex like car crash, so the DJ goes out and
he goes to help somebody else's car that's been destroyed, and they blow up his car out of it. Because I guess they're like the type of bikers who don't want to kill people, except later on.
So what ends up happening is that Blackula decides to destroy the town?
Thanks. I'm making you commander-in-chief of this war. And I want you to get your ass on down to Libertyville and get this operation in motion. I want those buggers to scare those citizens so that they'll sell their land dirt cheap.
What is his plan? Like, he hires the bikers to raise the town to the ground, and he has the police in his pocket because he calls up the police officer and says, listen, the bikers are going to destroy everything, don't get involved, we'll pay you off. And the police officer goes, "What? Are they gonna hurt someone?" And Blackula goes, "Nope, don't worry, no one's gonna be hurt."
I want to suggest that you and your men just sort of turn your back on it.
What if it gets out of hand?
Well, that's what I wanted to do, you see.
Yeah, but what if somebody gets hurt? It would be my ass.
Oh, nobody's going to get hurt. And, you just instruct your men.
All right.
What are we going to do about this?
Get estimates and we'll make it good.
But then the first thing that we see the bikers do is just beat up everyone and go rape a woman.
Yeah, they rip her woman's clothes off and then we never see her again. They just walk off shot with her and you're like, it's not okay.
Yeah.
I want you and your friends out of here immediately. Right now. I'm the manager.
You shiftless, worthless, dirty.
The bikers go and mean-spiritedly attack everyone.
Yes.
Just breaking, I'm assuming, the director's junk cars that he had laying around. And finally, the Skycopter pilots, they're a bit of a gang now. There's an ex-girlfriend, and there's another woman that was looking for help. Get in Skycopters and just drop bombs on all the bikers, killing them all.
And they kill the bikers. Yeah. At least once they usually have a bomb at a biker.
And a police officer, I assume, as well, because they blow up a cop car.
And then they go to a disco, and that's how the movie ends. They just fly around Skycopters, dropping bombs on people, much more successfully than the gyrocopter pilot in Mad Max 2 and Thunderdome does. And then they just go to disco after, and we never really see any resolution. We get some small resolution where Blackula does my favorite exposition thing, where you pick up the phone. Yes, hello? What's that? You're telling me that they're at the museum? Oh, I understand, and I'll be there later? You know, you just respond what the person's saying, because no one actually talks on the phone like that. And he says, what's that? Little helicopters? They got rid of the gang? And then he says it, like he's like, oh shit, like that, and you're like,
there's a weird...
Blackula, you're better than this.
Yes? Put him on. What? Little helicopters. Got rid of the gang. The whole town knows of the oil. Oh. Shit.
There's no fucking rescuing in this movie.
No, they sort of vaguely rescue one of the women, sort of, but it's not really...
It's not a great Skycopter rescue.
I mean, the one thing I'd say is, just to go back to that main character, the guy from the Warriors, like, at the beginning of the film, he's a real jerk.
What?
How'd it go?
You need to ask?
How was the store appearance?
It was terrible.
Anyone for a cake or coffee?
Even when the Skycopter guy goes to rescue him after his van explodes, he just keeps insulting the guy with Skycopter, and it's like he's supposed to get some sort of growth where he switches around.
No, whenever my van blows up, hey, I just take it right in stride.
Oh, well, my name is...
Don't tell me. Let me guess. You're Buck Rogers.
No, that's who I thought you were. Hey, look, I only landed to help you.
You want to get off cheap? And there's a lot of weird touches in this movie as well.
And like that they move in together, and he's like, you can not pay rent, but you gotta be my boy.
Yeah. I think I have enough to put another Skycopter together.
I don't know. I still can't believe you build them things all by yourself.
Oh, yeah. It'd be a lot easier if I had a partner, though. I'm offering you your freedom.
Oh, yeah? Well, freedom won't buy the groceries or pay the rent, pal.
You can move in here rent-free.
Forget the money. You know what I want?
So, Canon?
No.
No, of course not. Boring. This is a remnant of the pre-Golden Globus canon.
It's a classic example of it. Crappy theme song, stretching out with montages and just random footage of stuff, and it's all from upstate New York, clearly, so just bullshit. Forget it's garbage.
There's adventure, there is romance, sailing the sky so blue. Delta's dream flight is your best chance for a passport to dreams old and new. For you we've created this dream flight, the most wonderful flight of your life. Once you take